Hey, I'm Brinley, and this is my reflection on digital citizenship curriculum. So, the first question is, what did I learn about digital citizenship education that I didn't know before? And I'm going to be super honest, I didn't know a lot about what digital citizenship really was until we got to really talk about it as a group, and me really got to look into it myself. Before really getting to dive deep and understand what it was, I thought it was really just about internet safety and how to safely use the internet. But after everybody presented their presentations and I got to look at my own thing, which mine was common sense media, I got to learn that it was also about being respectful online and understanding media and making good choices when using technology. And I also got to learn about cyberbullying that happens on the media. So I got to learn about a lot of different things and what digital citizenship really is. Then the next question is, which curriculum would you most likely use in your future classroom and why? And after I got to listen to everybody's presentations, but the one I would most likely use in my future classroom, which I didn't also know what, I never had heard of common sense media. I may have saw a picture of it, but I didn't know what it was. But I would also say that's what I would use in my future classroom. That was the one my group chose to do. But I thought PBS Kids is a great one. I thought all the other ones were really good. But I think in my future classroom, I would use common sense media. I feel like I would use it because it's very easy to understand. Getting on it, it's super easy to understand. It's very organized. There's lesson plans already made. There's videos on certain activities, for example, like I used before, cyberbullying, there's a whole lesson on that, and questions that can be asked, and you could talk about that in your classroom. So I feel like common sense media would be the one I would most likely use in my future classroom. I feel like it's just a very easy layout and simple step-by-step routine, which would make it easier for me to use as a teacher. Then the next question was, how do these curriculum differ in their approach to teaching digital citizenship? The curriculum all teach digital citizenship kind of in their own way. Google's Be Different Awesome, or Be Internet Awesome, I'm sorry, uses games and activities which make learning more fun for students. It has a students also usually always enjoy learning more when they can have fun and it's engaging and it's some kind of activity. I know for me, as a kid, that it was way more fun when I got to interact with a game or something. PBS Kids media literacy focuses more on helping students think about things and understand the media they see online, which as a kid I loved PBS. That's the one me and Smith wanted to do for our group, but we didn't get to do it. But PBS Kids is super fun. I always loved the games. I always loved playing that Wild Kratts game, I think. And it also was super good for learning. I always thought it was one of the best things to help me learn. And then Discovery Education, sorry, I cannot speak, offers videos and digital resources that can support different types of learners. So I thought that one. I've also used Discovery. I feel like that's more for older kids than younger, but I think it's a very good resource that teaches digital citizenship. And I hope I'm covering them all. I'm actually not sure if I am. Maybe I need to check Moodle real fast, make sure. But I'll go ahead and move to the next question, is what elements do you think are essential for an effective digital citizenship program? I think an effective digital citizenship program needs to be, or I think for it to be effective, it needs to be engaging, realistic, and easy for students to understand. I think big on it needs to be easy for students to understand and really simple with step-by-step instructions, because I think me personally, I need something that's easy, step-by-step, and that I can really just look at and easily be able to understand. I think also for it to be effective, it should teach students how to stay safe and how to act responsibly, because that's a really big thing. A lot of kids do not know how to act responsibly online, and that's where we see cyberbullying and all kinds of different things happen because they don't know how to act and react with the internet. The last question asks, how might you combine or adapt resources from multiple curriculum? If I were to combine resources, I would use common sense media and for lessons and Google's Be Internet Awesome for interactive activities, and then PBS Media Literacy for discussions. I feel like all three of those would be really good to like combine and use for different things. Just because, like I said, Common Sense has like step-by-step lesson plans that you can use, and then Google's Be Internet Awesome has really fun activities and can be super engaging for kids, which you could also use PBS Kids, because that can also be like a very effective way to like play games and really help the students to stay involved. But I'm gonna also just say that I would also just use PBS media for like the discussions, but I feel like using all these will really help the students to learn in different ways. But yeah, this is my reflection on digital citizenship curriculum.